Good morning, Knights, and welcome back to the Westmount Highlights. It's the week of April 11th, 2022. Student Council will be organizing Hope Week activities from April 19th to the 22nd. There will be optional classroom activities, t-shirt giveaways, as well as some other goodies, plus a special guest speaker on Thursday, April 14th, Sam Dema. Looking forward to it. And as usual, thank you to Student Council for all of their hard work. The second meeting for the Graphic Design Club with Hakeem will be taking place this Wednesday, April 6th at 3:15 p.m. in room 209. Turnout for the first meeting was excellent. We're looking forward to seeing you all then. Public speaking competition wrapped up this Monday with Sec 3 students having speeches broadcast to the different classrooms. Just a word of congratulations to all of the winners, runners-up, and everyone who was chosen to participate. As usual, don't forget to check out the daily bulletin with more information on extracurricular activities, tryouts, and general announcements. You can review all bulletins on the school website. Here's Miss Samantha with this week's health and wellness check-in.
So the definition of peace that we're going to use is freedom from disturbance, or a period in which there's no war. And so we see symbols of peace around us all the time, like this one. Anyone know what it actually means? So it's actually the letters N and D in there using a language with flags called semaphore. And so this stands for nuclear disarmament, simply no more nuclear bombs. And it's been around since 1958. There's the symbol of the two fingers, right? And so this is also a symbol of peace because of the letter V that is made with our fingers. And so this was for victory or no more war. And this was also then used during the Vietnam War time, and that became very popular in the 60s. And there's the symbol of the dove. The symbol of the dove has been around in different cultures. In Greek mythology, meaning love and renewal. In Japan, it just meant the war has ended, specifically when it was flying with a sword in its claws. And in Abrahamic faiths, there's a story of Noah and the flood. And there's a story of the dove coming back at the end of the flood as a symbol of peace, no more destruction. And then it has the olive branch in its beak. And that symbol of an olive branch comes from how olives were a symbol of peace all the way back from the 5th century BCE in Greece, because olives took so long to bear fruit. So if someone was going to take the time and the effort and the money and the resources to plant an olive orchard, it meant that they felt they had decades ahead of them in which they thought there'd be no war on that land. They thought there'd be a time of peace. And so that's why that symbol of the olive branch and dove holds so strong. And again, in 1950, checking my notes, in 1949, this was the World Peace Congress met, and they decided on this emblem from Picasso to be the symbol of peace. And last but not least, the peace crane. So you'll see these hanging in our lobby soon after we've created our 1,372 together as a school. So thank you, everyone. So one, it's a symbol of peace. One, there's like an internal peace, right? That folding it yourself, taking that time. Many of you I heard talk about how it felt relaxing and peaceful for you to do that. But it's also that symbol of peace, of no more war. It's that reminder of the story of Sadako and Hiroshima and the nuclear war, and remember to fold for peace, to remind ourselves that we need to work to make our world peaceful, specifically for the innocent lives, the children, and the long have, that we don't always think about it in the moment. So these have been the symbols, and you'll see the symbol of the peace crane in our lobby over the next few weeks. We'll start hanging them up. And it's amongst our Holocaust exhibit. So another reminder that we need to work for peace. There's been these times of hate and pain and disturbance, but together we can hold each other accountable. And so we'll talk more about ways to find inner peace and then how that can go outwards. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon.
Hello Westmount High, and today on the Westmount Highlights, I will be doing a book review on the Mortal Instruments series, Book 1, City of Bones. The story follows 15-year-old Clary Frey, who lives in New York City. Soon after, a visit to a nightclub turns bloody after she seemingly witnesses a murder no one else could see. She soon learns that she is a descendant of half-angel warriors who protect humanity from evil forces. Clary joins up with Jace and his group of shadow hunters in Downworld, an alternate realm filled with all kinds of creatures from vampires to werewolves and demons after her mother mysteriously disappears. Overall, if you like action, fantasy, and adventure, you will enjoy this book. I would give it a solid 8.5 on 10. Thank you for tuning into this week's Westmount Highlights, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!
Hey guys, so The Batman is a good movie. It's actually a great movie. Neighbors. Yeah, so The Batman's a great movie. It stars Robert Pattinson, and he's actually one of my favorite Batmans, so far. I can hear you. I'm gonna go deal with that, right? I'll be back in a few seconds. Come here, boy! So apparently my house was holding a secret.
Yo, it's me.
It comes with the package. Don't buy this house. So apparently he has some differing opinions on the Batman. Would you like to share that with the camera?
I don't think the Batman deserves the rating. I think it deserves a 52.
85% of people on Rotten Tomatoes disagree with you.
I
Your
think
reaction?
they're wrong. I will gladly die on this hill.
This isn't a hill. This is my house, Matthew. What are you talking about? Get out. Get out. Anyways, so Batman is actually a really good movie. You should definitely go see it.
It really isn't.
You should really go see it. It comes off theaters soon, so definitely go see it sooner than later. It's really good, and there's even Joker in it for a few seconds, so that is always worth it, right? So overall, I would give this film probably 9 out of 10. Matthew, you want to pop in for a second? Tell us what you would give it? Matthew? 52. 52, he says. So 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for him, and 9 out of 10 for me. You can decide for yourself. It's a good movie. Have a nice life. I'll be back sometime in the future. You decide.
Hi everyone, I'm Finnegan Duncan of Westmount Highlights, and today I'm doing an art game review. Before you ask, no, this Pikachu is not here because I'm doing a Pokemon review. I'm actually doing a review on a different game, a game that came out in March, called Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I even brought my little Kirby plushie with me just because I'm reviewing this game. I think everyone knows Kirby, so I won't bother explaining who he is, but I can explain that this is a really good game. It brings in Kirby in an all-new 3D world that has much better graphics than all the other 3D Kirby games that have been out before. It has new features too, like mouthful mode, which allows Kirby to become objects such as a car, a vending machine, a traffic cone, and a ring. It's really cool. He puts his mouth over them and he can use their powers without actually swallowing them. You can also evolve Kirby abilities. Like if you got the bomb ability, you could evolve it with blueprints and make it a different bomb ability. Cutter goes into Chakram Cutter, Sword can go into Giant Sword, stuff like that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about it because the boss battles are really good and the game may be hard. I'm only around 75% completed and I've only got a few weeks now. You get to flop around in a 3D environment, search for hidden Waddle Dees, beat bosses. It's only available on Nintendo Switch, but it's a really good game. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, you should get it if you don't already have it. Anyway, I was just talking about Kirby in Forgotten Land because, well, I really liked the game and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyway, if this motivated you to get the game, then that's great. Alright, well, I'm Finnegan Duncan of Westmount Highlights. And I'll see you next time.
You know what that sound means. It's time to give out some birthday love, so happy birthday to the following students. Lauren Animet Mendelman, Kareem Benamou, Michael Amato, Xavier Bureau, Jesse Rahman, Kai Brierly, Eric Kurvitz, Elliot Fleming, Archer Hester, Drew Thomas Clark, Juliet Landis, Rocco Voltaggio, Giselle Gauthier, Donald, Zipporah Andrea McDonald, Jack Mizraki, Henry Moreau, and Ashwin Wagner Vanamala. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. We hope you had an awesome day. And that's it for us this week. We'll be back next Monday with another episode. Until then, we'll keep the nightlights on. Be well.